Good morning, viewer, and welcome to Market Insights. It's a beautiful day in the city of Lagos, and we are here to discuss challenges affecting our economy and solutions. So today we are exploring Nigeria's digital skills crisis, how to bridge this gap. I am your host, Lovina Emah. Now, as Africa's largest economy, Nigeria faces a critical challenge, equipping its workforce with the digital skills necessary for success in the 21st century. Now, let's face it, in this age of technology, digital literacy isn't just a luxury, it is a necessity, and it's very important for every single person, whether you are young or old. Now, from running a small business to securing a high-paying job, digital skills are the key to unlocking countless opportunities. But here in Nigeria, the reality is stark. Many of our talented youth, despite their potential, find themselves underprepared for the demands of the digital age. So let's picture this scenario now. Imagine a young graduate eager to contribute to the nation's growth, but unable to navigate basic computer software or leverage technology platforms. Now, this is the unfortunate reality for far too many Nigerians. I mean, the consequences are dire. There'll be missed opportunities, economic stagnation, and a widening gap between the digitally savvy and the digitally disadvantaged. But this is not a problem without solutions. I mean, we need to invest in education to bridge this gap, both formal and informal. We also need to equip our citizens with the digital skills they need to thrive. Now, this means investing in technology infrastructure, providing affordable internet access, and creating more opportunities for hands-on training. We also need to foster a culture of innovation and entrepreneurship where digital skills are valued and rewarded. So this morning we will discuss, first, the strategies for addressing Nigeria's digital skills deficits, the role of public and private partnerships in skills development, and the third one, how digital skills can drive entrepreneurship and innovation. And next one is initiatives in promoting digital skills and literacy development. Expert insights. So I'm going to have two guests joining us virtually to discuss these issues, and they're going to be talking about how to upskill and reskill the future of work in Nigeria. So Nigeria's economic growth hinges on its ability to bridge the digital skills gap. Now, how can we prepare the next generation for the digital economy? So join us after the break for an in-depth analysis. Welcome back, and many thanks for watching the program. So this morning we are discussing Nigeria's digital skills and how to bridge this gap. So we have two guests who have joined us virtually for this discussion. Now we have Daniel Chinagozi. He is the founder and CEO, Innovation Growth Hub. And our second guest, who's also joined us virtually, is Mmaduabuchi. He's a professional Forex trader, and he's also a hedge fund manager. So thank you, gentlemen, for joining us this morning on Market Insights.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Glad to have you both on the program. Okay, let me start with Daniel Chinagozi first up. Now, looking at our digital economy, I mean, according to recent World Bank reports, the statistics on Nigeria, not just Nigeria, but other sub-Saharan African countries, that are facing a critical shortage of our digital skills. But before we get right into these figures now, what is the current state of Nigeria's digital skills?
Okay, maybe I'm going to shake the table a little bit. Like she has said, my name is Daniel Chinagozi. I'm the founder and CEO of Innovation Growth Hub. Innovation Growth Hub is a technology, business, and creative incubation hub. Our focus more is on using technology to grow businesses. So we've been in the center of skills development in Nigeria. So I can give you some insight really on this issue. are we improving with respect to skills, technology, digital skills in Nigeria today? The answer is yes. Okay, there have been a lot of initiatives lately that have actually increased acceptance to digital skills and the growth of number of digital skills. You know, sometimes some of this news that is out there putting a lot of crisis in people's head, and then you think there is, we don't have adequate digital skills. There's a gap, yes, but there have been a lot of improvement within the last 5 years, and both local, international organizations have been part of growing digital skills in Nigeria. But we need to do much more, because the only way we can make us, we are meant to have digital skill as a normal life in Nigeria. But what has happened is that our education system is structured in such a way that what you are learning in education when it comes to technology skill or digital skills is not what is needed in the market. So you see people that are skilled, but they are not skilled for today's world. Okay, so there's a gap, but what we need to do is a lot of people are learning digital skills today more than we have ever had it in the past. Okay, and because most people are taking career paths in that area. But when it comes to the level of digital literacy that should encompass the country, there's actually quite some gaps there. Okay, so someone that has basic secondary school or university degree should have basic digital literacy skills, should have basic digital understanding on how to use technology, should have internet safety, internet security tips, you know, so to reduce your exposure. There's some basics everyone should have, which I think we are not meeting the global expectation, the global ranking when it comes to graduates or educated people having digital skills, which I think we fundamentally need to change our education system to solve as a problem. I hope
Okay,
was
yes,
able to
I
answer that
understand
question?
what you're saying, Daniel. Yes, there is an actual gap. And according to the World Bank report on Nigeria's digital skills and how we need to bridge this gap, they're saying that in the future, we're in 2024 now, by 2030, that's 6 years from now, most jobs will require both whoever is working there to have adequate digital skills and to even surpass whatever knowledge he or she has. And now like you rightfully mentioned, there is an actual gap between those who are technologically savvy and those who are completely disadvantaged. But before we get right into these figures now, I mentioned that it's not just a Nigerian issue, it's also a sub-Saharan issue. Now, only 50% of countries in Africa, if you have observed, mostly in the urban centers, have access to computer skills and computer education in their school curriculum, compared to 85% globally. Now, what do you think we need to do to improve on these statistics?
Strongly, I think we need to address policy. We need to restructure the education policy with respect to the use of technology. Okay, so what has happened is that in the past, we've had disjointed policies that have not brought us to one particular end. And the rate of lack of computer hardware in schools is alarming, given the fact that education and the future you are training people require computer, it requires infrastructure, requires digital technology. So we should normalize the use of technology to both learn and practice. We should normalize the use of computer, because the world we are being prepared for requires that you use computer at a natural scale. It should be like a lifelong language. So we need to do educational reform. We need to do actual investment in infrastructure, okay? Because just imagine that what a school should look like is that a child walks into the class and his or her computer is available for her to use at every particular point in time. The same way we had Macmillan textbooks and all that while we were in school, the same way we read was all those English for today and all those things we read. That's the same way a computer should be in class. So You said 50%. I don't know who gave us that 50% or where that 50% came from. But the truth is that we're far below being equipped as a country educationally, pari passu the expectation of preparing the next digital frontier. It will be to our advantage. I want anyone that wants to hear this to hear. Don't see providing computer in classes or teaching children technology as an empowerment program. We need to see it as a right and a privilege, because every investment we make in technology in the life of a child today will pay much more in their future. If we provide computers in schools and connectivity, internet and connectivity in those schools, and people have access to global infrastructure, in the next 5-10 years, the quality of students we will have will be amazing. Not the thing, the sham we do in our education system. People need to be subjected to real life knowledge of basic digital skills. And we need to now intentionally or consciously actually bring people into the digital space, consciously train people with high-tech development skills, high technology skills that are needed in today's world. You need to train people in software development, in maths. You need to train people in UI, UX, product design, product management. You need to train people in animation. You need to train people in blockchain technology development. You know, in our world, when we hear blockchain, everything we think is crypto. But there are plenty other use and applications of blockchain. That's why people need to learn how to use solidified solutions, to use different solutions that are used in building blockchain technology. People need to understand AI prompting. Prompt engineering is going to be the new phase of skill set. Okay, even support staff, support engineers. I run a support center that prompt engineering has become a core skill for people working in our support center today. Okay, which other courses? The courses you need to learn AI, data science and data analysis, the big data. Okay, and then because the connectivity is improving in some places, we will need to start living connected lives. There's a place of IoT. It's very important. You need to learn core IoT technology skills. You need to learn, build your hands on both mobile skills. This is important for us to understand. SEO, digital marketing, core skills. Now, I want to grade it. Everybody, because we're an unemployed country, everybody between ages 18 to 30, you need to have basic digital marketing skills, compulsorily. Despite every other way you want to focus, you need to have basic digital marketing skills, which includes social media marketing, the use of internet, SEO, basic design skill. Maybe we use the tools like Canva or mostly Canva and Figma and some of these other high ones. And with the support of AI, basic design skill, everyone compulsorily, okay? And everyone needs to understand data structures, how data structure works, okay? Everyone needs to understand online safety, internet safety. Everyone needs to understand basic networking skills. These are the 5 things I called out for. You need to know how email marketing works, SEO marketing works. You need to know how to use the processing documents like either Word or Google Docs or all those basics. This is compulsory. If we have rules in government that makes these basics compulsory, you will see the level of the quality of job we produce will get better. And why I'm saying this thing is that if you leverage opportunities like this, you won't be unemployed. If you know these things I called out now, I will also, before the end of this section, I will tell you where to go to with those skills today and start working. Okay? So this is something that we must do as a people. Thank you.
Okay. Well said, Daniel. Okay, could you also share, just for the purpose of our viewers, where can people get to learn these skills that you mentioned?
Okay, there are innovation hubs spread across Nigeria. Okay, mine is one of them, Innovation Growth Hub. We have offices in Aba, we have in Umuahia, we have in Onitsha, we have in Asaba. And there are more than 500 hubs in Nigeria, in every city. So if you're in anywhere, go to innovation hubs in my city. You will also always see one. If you list innovation hubs in Nigeria, in Lagos or in Port Harcourt, you will see a list of innovation hubs. Or you can go to isn.org.ng. ISN is in Innovation Support Network, is an association of hubs that are in Nigeria. You can go to online to learn. There's a lot of online learning going on now on Coursera, on EDX, okay? But the federal government have launched a program that is solid. Just people run away from things like that. The Federal Ministry of Communication, in Digital Economy and Innovation, okay, have launched a program that is called 3MTT, okay? So you need to go online to 3mtt.gov.ng, I think, okay? Or at NIDA's website. You go there and search 3MTT. Please register. The training is for 3 months and it's free. It's both online and physical. The federal government is partnering with a number of hubs, okay, to implement this program. And the Honorable Minister had invested a lot, okay? So what I am advising you for free on platforms like this, you go to 3MTT and then you register. There are courses from almost all the tech courses, including cloud computing, cybersecurity, web development, and all that. So you go there, you learn, okay? And there are also much more specialized programs that you can also learn from different platforms, okay? I think
that's Daniel Chinagozi. Let me move to Chris Mmaduabuchi now. Okay, Chris Mmaduabuchi, are you here with us? Okay, glad to see you.
Yeah.
Okay, now we were talking about how to bridge this digital skills gap in Nigeria, and this is not just a Nigerian problem, it's something affecting sub-Saharan African countries. Now, first of all, how does this skill gap affect Nigerian businesses?
It actually affects the Nigerian businesses because if you look at today's Nigerian, you see a graduate doesn't know how to make use of what the office on the computer, the simple basis of computer. So I don't know most of the. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
Yeah, it affects Nigerian businesses because most of the young people doesn't have any skills needed in today's economy, because the world actually has gone into technology. And if you don't have the basic skills, definitely, including in your business, if your business is not first of all on the internet, nobody will see you, because these days people don't go outside much looking for stuffs. If everything you are doing, your business or your skills, is on the internet, definitely people will see you, and patronize you. I don't know if I'm making sense.
I hear you clearly, but let me move to there was something you mentioned. Let me just move to Daniel Chinagozi first of all. I'll get back to you, Chris. Now, I also want to quote from this World Bank report, and it refers to our graduates from our higher institutions. Now, the report highlights that amongst African graduates, only 11% of these African graduates have this digital skills training. So now, how can our universities ensure that the graduates that they are churning out into the society are well equipped with the right digital skills to be able to compete in the labor market and to get those required jobs that can help them to contribute to our economy?
Okay, that statistic is funny though. The only challenge we have in Nigeria It's not the barrage of ideas of what to do, but it's implementation. I know you were in university in the last 10 or 20 years, you know, 5 to 10, 15 years. There's almost in every university in Nigeria, there's a place called AfriHub. You see AfriHub building in most universities. Most universities in Nigeria have computer centers, okay? But what they are now doing is using it as CBT center for JAMB exams. But those places were equipped to actually train people on how to use technology, basic digital skills. Now, if every university that needs to care to listen, every university should install computers in their schools so that students are expected to have a minimal of 5 hours per week access to it. Universities should encourage laptops to be part of things that are bought in university. For example, the way you must buy textbook, it is okay for universities to say you must buy laptop or cost of laptop into someone's education. Someone gets admission, he gets a laptop and then pays for it over the period of 5 years. So that every university undergraduate should, or tertiary institution undergraduate, the minute you get access to university, you should own a computer. We need to normalize the ownership of a computer the same way we have normalized the ownership of smartphones. Almost everybody, you know, most smartphones people are carrying can buy them laptops. So we need to normalize the use of laptop. And then universities should normalize connecting the entire university with internet, the same way we will connect it with light so that we can use electricity. We should treat internet that same way. We should we should not go online. We should live online in our institutions. Then if you want to really start solving the problem, number one is that people naturally will learn digital skills because they have access to computers. I know you say some people use it to watch Netflix. Yes, I know. They will use it to download movies and watch. But also, because if their assignments will be taken online, if their exams, you come into the exam hall, you come into with your own laptop, start typing instead of writing. We need to understand that's the next phase of what we're doing if we want to really train people. Now, secondary school should also now follow suit, make it available for students to use computers. If we invest in digital, in technology, the skilled people we will have will be a lot. I wanted to touch a little on the question you have asked earlier on how the gap in technology is affecting businesses. It's affecting businesses big time. Let me tell you, we are in the era where we should be digitizing our businesses. Like the same thing you have in your shops and in your offices, okay? You should have it online the same way you have it physically. So we're in the era where we should be expanding our market. Everybody manufacturing anything in Nigeria today can have a global market of the same product. Even the woman that is manufacturing plantain chips in Nigeria can position her market for her to export that same product, okay? But because we are not connected as a business, because we have not digitized, we sell only local, okay? We've bought potato chips from the US, from the UK. The same plantain chips we make in Nigeria, we can export it. I'm not joking. We can export our product. I'm just using something as common as plantain chips that you see on the street. Our businesses, what lack of technology skill is doing to our businesses today, you can't imagine. If we digitize properly, there will be a growth in our economy significantly between 20 to 25%. If we digitize properly, make sure there is connectivity and make sure that people have the hardware to use and learn and work, a lot will change. Students, while in school, will be support experts, data analysts for companies globally. Some people can go to school in the morning and work in the evening, you know? So we need to see it as an urgent thing that needs to be done for our economy to really, really grow, okay? And I believe we can do it as a nation. The school can make the investment, Government can make the investment. Parents, you also don't need to wait for government a lot. Okay, so buying your child a 200,000 shoe or baggy or jean, you buy that child a 200,000 fairly used laptop. If you can afford a brand new one, get them a computer. Get them a computer. Every student in the university deserves a computer and need to also use that computer to learn and to work. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing your insights into this, Daniel Chinagozi. It was viewers are definitely going to be commenting on our social media platforms. You've shared a whole lot on this. Now, let's take a break now. When we return, we're still going to discuss further on how we can equip our future generation for this digitized economy. Join us after the break. Welcome back and thank you for watching the program. And we are discussing Nigeria's digital skills and bridging this gap. Now we have two guests who have joined us virtually for this discussion. We have Daniel Chinagozi, the CEO of Innovation Growth Hub, and we also have Chris Mmaduabuchi, a Forex trader and hedge fund manager. So thank you, gentlemen, for joining us this morning on Market Insights. But let me start with Daniel Chinagozi first now. Yeah, so I'm still on this, how to bridge this gap and ensure that the future youths are ready for the labor market in terms of a digitized economy. Now, I'd like to quote some more statistics now. In Nigeria and other sub-Saharan countries, that's in Cote d'Ivoire, and also a few countries in East Africa like Rwanda, it's predicted that 35 to 45% of jobs will require a lot of digital skills. And how prepared are we for this? And the reason I'm talking about Nigeria, Rwanda, Cote d'Ivoire, and Mozambique, in the future, that's by 2030, 35 to 45% of jobs are going to be very digitized. But in East Africa, particularly in Kenya, with this robust ICT sector and startup ecosystem, it is projected to see 50 to 55% of jobs demanding digital skills now. So do you think there are cultural or societal factors that have been impeding this adoption of digital technologies?
Okay, I won't call it cultural as much as I will call it policy. The government play a very certain strong role in development of technology, as it were. Okay, like if you check most of the work we are doing you check most of the places where private sector is playing a role in developing digital skills. It's mostly in primary cities, okay, or few now these days secondary cities. I remember in 2016, Google launched a program, Google Digital Skills for Africa, okay. I went into a meeting where that was being planned because I play in the technology space. And I noticed that they were discussing then was just Lagos, Abuja, and then Port Harcourt. But I made a case for the secondary cities, okay? And that project was expanded to other locations, starting from my city, Aba. And then from Aba, went to Onitsha, we went to different other cities. And then the same thing happened, the project now went nationwide. What am I trying to say? At the policy level, when you are designing any program, stop thinking, let's start from the developed area. That's the thinking that keeps us undeveloped. If you are making a plan, make a plan for 774 local governments of the country, or break it down to the wards, so that your plan is not elitist in design, okay? Because the opportunity that stop only in Lagos or stop only in Abuja, that doesn't go to the other parts of the world, okay? We tend to because I run offices in different countries, I pay more for internet in Lagos than in the East. For example, in Aba, I pay 100 Mbps for around 560,000 naira monthly, but in Lagos, the same 100 Mbps go for as cheap as 170,000 naira. So you check I have to pay 4 to 5 times more to do business when it comes to technology outside of Lagos. Now, if I take the same technology further to rural communities, I will spend much more to get technology to that location. So it's a challenge. So we need to address it holistically. Let's not discriminate development. And then, are we ready to meet the required technology, digital skills, expectation of jobs as it comes? Nigeria is developing. There are opportunities that are skilling up people in their mass number. Federal government, World Bank is working with Federal Ministry of Education on a project that is called Ideas Project. I can bet you that project alone is going to train more than 500,000 skilled people nationwide across the country. There are like 78 implementers, in which iJob is one of the partners for the federal government Ministry of Education Ideas, World Bank Ideas Project. So it's a project that is funded by World Bank. We have made a call for people to register, and we have gotten thousands of registrations, and it's still open. And then there are partners. So this is that there are opportunity for people to learn technology skills now available for free, more than ever before. Okay, there's 3MTT going on. I've mentioned it before. Okay, because people need to quickly get ready for skills. I've dedicated the next 1 year to growing people that have technology skills but are not making money. Okay, we've just launched a new product that is called DigiBoss. What do we intend to achieve with DigiBoss? We want to get the first 10,000 people and train them on a 30-day, because I have interest in technology skills, technology development, and startup incubation. So I'm marrying these all three together to walk people through an incubation program. Let's say you have a technology skill, but you're not earning money with it, or you don't have a technology skill. We bring you into a 30-day incubation program, teach you the basic skills you need to launch a digital agency, and then support you with the technology skill we have behind. So it's an incubation program that teaches you skill, that teaches you how to do it as a business, run it as a business, and that teaches you how to run your agency. Okay, so one thing that is important is that there are different skilled areas. So everything is not software development. No, some might be social media marketing, some might be data entry services, some might be photography, some might be editing, some might be AI prompting. So you need to take up all those opportunities, okay, that are available for you, and they are there for free, and so that you can learn, so you can grow your hands, so that you can play in the future. It is a responsibility for everyone, okay? World Bank will always give their statistics, but our responsibility is to prepare our population for the digital skills need of jobs in the future, okay? Even as slow as a cleaner, we need digital skills. The digital skills of how to operate basic IoT devices when you come into the house, and how to put in your report. So every sector of the economy is going to place a demand for you to have a digital skill. Thank you.
Thank you for that, Daniel. But I also want to bring something to your attention. Yes, that was good of you to talk about not just limiting it to the developed cities in Nigeria, Lagos, Abuja, and Port Harcourt. You know, we have men and women, and there is also this gender disparity when it comes to access to the internet and also access to technology now. And in Africa, it's speculated that over 37% of African women are less likely to use the mobile internet, get access to technology. This is further widening the divide when compared to African men. So what can we do to be able to bridge this gap? This is in regard to what we see in the urban areas, which is by far different from what we have in the rural areas. So how do we bridge this gap?
Okay, thank you. I would have been surprised if you didn't ask the gender question. But for us as an organization, for every program we design, we have 40% compulsorily dedicated to females, so that we'll have a reasonable balance. Compulsorily dedicated. Females can be up to 60% or 70%, but compulsory dedication to female for every of our program is 40%. And we, even as an organization, has a program that is called Tech Emah. Tech Emah was targeted for females. Our targeted programs to have more females in technology. Google has a program that is called WTM. That's Women Tech Makers, okay? And they are in various communities. So one thing is that we need to encourage more women to agree to take a career in technology. Please, women, we are begging you, agree. It's not like men want to be dominating the sector, but women most times don't want to agree. They prefer to do the makeup, the fashion, the flashy industries. But the truth is that, from my experience, women make best tech people. So we want them to come. So that's why as a policy, and most innovation hubs have also done it as a policy, they try as much as possible to do, there's a lot of inclusion in women, and there are a lot of women-led activities too.
Can I please, can I just interrupt your thoughts briefly now? Saying that women prefer things like makeup and fashion as opposed to learning technology, which will benefit their lives and open them to lots of economic opportunities, is not very correct. There are lots of women who want to be educated, who want to get access to this technology. And that's why I asked you the question of societal and cultural issues preventing women especially from getting access, from getting this kind of education. Because, you know, let's start with Nigeria, for example. We know that in some communities, it's not very easy for women to get educated, let alone try to actually get access to improve on their technological or their digital skills. And I'm asking in terms of how can the government break all these barriers and break all these cultural issues and just look, the same way we are encouraging boys to go to school and improve themselves, let's also encourage girls and women to also go to school and improve themselves. So what would you suggest, or what are your thoughts on this, or as to how we can bridge this gap?
My thoughts on this are clear. I have made a lot of investment to make sure we include women in the technology space as an organization. And we have also done a lot of things to include rural communities in the technology space as an organization. We have what we call IG Hub Community Innovation Centers in rural communities. We have IG Hub Tech on Wheel that drives to rural community and train children on computer skills, okay? The same thing I told you about Tech Dema. I am telling you that as an investor, I've sat on a number of panels and you see people coming to pitch. 95% of the women interested businesses around food, fashion, makeup. If you even I have literally encouraged a lot of people to play in the fashion space. I'm talking about the graduate women. Women, don't push it to women that are not encouraged to go to school. It's not like that anymore. There's a lot of improvement in the number of women getting involved in education. If the ones getting involved in technology, we have to encourage them. We are encouraging you people, come. Like, for example, I know you're a broadcaster, but it's possible you can also make an amazing technology person. Get a technology skill, put it out there. Nothing is stopping you. All the barriers that used to stop women from getting technology skill, we at the technology ecosystem in Nigeria have destroyed it. There is no ceiling. Okay, there are examples you can leverage on to say you can do it. You don't even need motivation now. Okay, there is She Code Africa. It's a platform where every female that wants to learn technology can learn. There is WTM, I've mentioned to you, Women Tech Makers. It's a Google platform where they are bombarding women with learning. They go to schools, secondary schools and primary schools, female in tech, encouraging other females in tech to come. So we are also joining them to encourage you. I'm not saying that those businesses are not good, but what I'm saying is that if women just agree, no longer agree to come play in this space, we need more women in tech because they deliver better than their male counterparts. I'm telling you as an employer, okay? If I see a woman and I see a man, I'm sorry, on the same role and two of them have the same level of competence, I might take the female because she will concentrate on the job more. She will deliver better than his male counterpart. That's what we experience today. If I'm talking to a female tech founder and I'm talking to a male tech founder, and both of them tell me the same thing, and I'm expected to make a quick decision, I will take the female because she will deliver faster and better than the male counterpart. I'm sorry, guys. You know, I'm not anti us, but I'm trying to tell you that what we should do. And then as a policy, because our education policy has also improved, a lot of women are going to school today. If we, as a policy, push for women to learn technology more or to keep learning technology, if we, as a policy, push that, you will see growth. For example, 3MTT is open for both male and female. It's open for both men. So I think what we need to do is push certain policies like we've done in our company. Every training we advertise, 40% is available compulsorily for female. So we need to open our minds, okay? And
thank you very
please,
much
I
for
want
that.
you to
You've said a whole lot. I understand you very well, Daniel, and I'm quite sure our viewers also understand you. Now, can we just move forward on this discussion now? Looking at the future now, what are the potential implications for a rapid digitization of Nigeria?
Connectivity, invest in infrastructure, a lot of investment in infrastructure, and then get government to agree to use technology in everything they do. Government must agree, not you say it by mouth here and do it the other way, okay? Investment in infrastructure, investment in digital education, investment in government should adopt technology. If government adopts technology at all its level of services, it will force a lot of people that want to deal with government to adopt technology, okay? We should digitize our basic things, digitize the basic life processes, okay? Let digital be part of our life. You will see it will create a fresh economy. I'm glad for governments and states that are looking at digital economy as a thing, okay? Let's digitize business, digitize government, digitize our assets, to digitize our education. We have made a lot of progress. Okay, we should say the truth to ourselves and use the investments that we have announced that we want to use. Okay, get people educated. Massive digital literacy, basic digital literacy. It should happen in churches, it should happen at mosques, it should happen at different places. Massive basic digital literacy so that people can know how to use the basic mobile access, word processing, basic design. You will be shocked at how that will affect our economy. Even people in rural communities. Okay, the farmer should be able to take a picture of his harvest and post it on an online agro platform. And then people should buy directly from that farmer. And then logistics person picks it from the farmer and gets. So the quality of the life of the farmer will get better because the farmer is actually selling the actual product. Technology can change the state of things. Okay, that's why we are always open to people. If you want to digitize your community, your rural community, or whatever it is you're doing, reach out to us, okay, igop.ng, and then we will support you. We'll support you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for that, Daniel. Okay, before we round up, now let's talk about the future. We always hear, especially globally, we hear a lot of people talking about artificial intelligence, how it is the future. Now, how can we leverage on these emerging technologies like artificial intelligence and blockchain to digitize our economy further and also enlighten our future youth on this?
Yeah, AI is good. I encourage, we cannot live in denial again, because what reduces our ability to adopt technology or development most times is our first will start denying. So we shouldn't live in denial this time. Artificial intelligence is real. Okay, Internet of Things is real. Internet will control things, will control cars, will control gates, will control their driverless cars coming into play. So it means that they will start digitizing our roads to be able to, accept that level of technology. Let's please, can we understand that a lot is going to happen? A lot is going to happen. So blockchain technologies, we should start applying blockchain technology in filing. We should start applying it in registration. Okay, like we should start applying it to applications. I want to apply for something. They'll ask me for my BVN, for my international passport number, for my NIN. So, but with blockchain technology, we can keep all these things into one. That immediately a particular number is given to me, it can cut across the entire system. Okay, we should use blockchain technology to start authenticating our certificates, so that people stop forging certificates in Nigeria. so that people start. We should apply technology in everything, digitize our government systems, stop asking people to bring in physical files every time. Let every registration from government or for government services be online, and and change the narrative. If we keep pushing this, we will play in the technology space, in the global. It's already there. It's not something of the future. It's something of the now. Okay, we should encourage research in AI. I want to say thank you to the current Minister for Digital Economy and Communications. There's a lot happening in the AI space, a lot of reports, a lot of research, a lot of work going on. So I think we should embrace such things and keep going forward. I think we'll get there.
Daniel Chinagozi, it's been great having this discussion with you on how we can bridge this digital divide, and you've been able to share your thoughts on this extensively. We appreciate your coming on the program Market Insights. I also want to thank Chris Mmaduabuchi for also sharing his thoughts on this issue on how to bridge this digital gap. Many thanks, gentlemen, for sharing your insights into today's discussion. We do hope you can join us again on Market Insights. Now let's look at our money markets this morning. For today, Wednesday, 23rd October, we're looking at the selling rates for the foreign currencies, dollars, pound sterling, and the euro. So for today, Wednesday, 23rd of October, we're looking at the Central Bank of Nigeria rates and the parallel market rates. So for the dollars, it's currently selling at 1,633 naira at the CBN rate. At the parallel market rate, is selling for 1,725 naira to $1. So the parallel market figures are higher than the Central Bank of Nigeria figures. For the pound sterling is currently selling at 2,144 naira to £1 sterling at the CBN rate. At the parallel market rate is selling for 2,250 naira to £1 sterling, and the parallel market figures are still higher than the CBN figures. For the euro, it's selling at 1,786 naira to €1. That's the CBN rate. The parallel market rate is 1,860 naira to €1. And the parallel market figures are also higher than the CBN figures. So those are our money market figures this morning. Okay, so that was a very insightful discussion on how to bridge our digital skills gap, and by encouraging our youth to explore the possibilities of technology, we can create a new generation of digital leaders who will drive Nigeria's development. Many thanks for watching the program Market Insights. We do hope you can join us tomorrow for another insightful discussion. I am your host, Lovina Emah. Do stay tuned to the news updates on SOUQ News Television.